What's going on, everybody? We are here for some NBA talk. Welcome on in. Excited to do some So Rare NBA for a change today. If you're with us here on YouTube, feel free to pipe in the chat. If you're here on X or Twitter, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to access those comments. So maybe jump over to YouTube. Um, it's been an awesome first couple months of the Sorare NBA season. So I want to get down to that and just kind of talk and see what's going on with all y'all today. What's up, Miguel? Welcome on in, sir. Good to see you. Big plug to the Nifty Discord. I'm going to put the link in the comments right now or in the chat right now so that anybody out there can join the Discord if you're not part of it already. So we're in there talking every day about So Rare NBA. This episode specifically, I just want to talk with you guys and see how you think it's the season's been going. On the radar, I'll jump out with it. We'll talk about what's going on so far this season, and then the next live stream that I'm going to do is actually going to be on Wednesday, December 18th. That'll be right after the NBA or the Emirates NBA Cup final. So we'll have all the action from the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and then the finals in Vegas on the 17th. And then we could talk about So Rare on Christmas also, which I'm sure they'll have some really awesome stuff up their sleeve on that end. So let me throw this Discord in the chat first. And how you all doing tonight? I'm going to share my screen in just a second too. One of the things that I want to talk about is my strategy for this season, how it's going so far. It's been pretty cool to kind of see all the new changes that we've had. First of all, the cards look amazing. I don't know if any of you all agree with me, but the So Rare cards for this season are by far and away my favorite cards yet. My second favorite would be season 1. And then last year's would be my third favorite. But there's been a lot of new changes. I mean, the cards look great. We have cash contests for the first time. We got daily contests for the first time. We have the Emirates NBA Cup. We have multi-entry. Just a ton of stuff going on. We want to hear what you guys think about it too. So give me one more second here, and I'll put in this invite in the chat. Let's see here, multitasking at the moment. And then I'll share my screen and kind of get into what I have. I want to show you basically my strategy going into this season and how it's worked out so far. I hit a couple of small wins on the cash front, and that was kind of my whole strategy going into it. So, my whole thing was that I knew the player pool was going to be a lot smaller. The prize pool was going to be a lot bigger for these in-season cards. I already kind of had a small gallery from last year, sold some stuff going into baseball, but had some really nice pieces that I could kind of use as an MVP in, for my single classic card in the, current year contests. But then I also spent about $300 on this season's cards too. And I've been chipping away at breaking even and making my money back on that end. So let me get this in here real quick. I'll invite people, copy this link, and I'll throw this in the chat right here. So if you're not in the Discord yet, come join all us folks in there. Myself, Miguel, everybody who's always talking So Rare NBA on the daily. So let me share my screen with you guys. I'm going to do 30 minutes on the stream today. So I'll be done in about 30 minutes here, and then probably do a longer episode on the 18th, maybe get some special guests in here and all that fun stuff. If you have any recommendations, please send them over my way. If you want to jump on the show, come in the Discord or hit my DMs on X. All right, I'm going to share this screen. All right. Cool. All right, here's that Discord right there. All right, get that out of the way. All right, so the first thing we can talk about here is my strategy going into the year. Like I said, we'll take a look at the limited cards that I have. I have in season, we can just count them off right here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Here, we'll just do this button. It's easy. Season, I have 24 in season. So 24 24s. I like how that works out. I have 31 22s, which is my second favorite card here. And then the only 23 that I have was my classic Booker. I would rather have a 2022 Booker. So if anybody wants to swap those, holler at me. I'd be glad to swap that just because I like that card look better. But that's the only 2023 that I have in the collection right there. So in total, we're looking at 56 cards. Okay. And with that, I've had some good wins. I was able to craft this Austin Reeves. I crafted Johnny Furphy, and had some really solid cards, kind of just, plugging away at those $5 prizes this year. So De'Aaron Fox has had some good games for me. Buddy Hield early on in the season. Gafford's been a stud. Bam has definitely performed. Thompson and Jabari Smith have had their moments. The other ones that I have here are just Lakers. I'm going for the Laker collection badge. I'm a Laker fan, so I'm going to put it up there. Tyrese Halliburton was a nice buy for me at 47. He's had some really good moments. I got Donovan early on at $47 too. So majority of the spend that I have was, on a couple of cards here. So obviously I made some not so great buys also. So injuries were a huge, Jordan, what's up, man? Hope you're well too. Appreciate you coming in. Injuries were a huge part of my So Rare NBA season last season, especially with the, the limited gallery that I have. I was joking around like how I'm literally the most injured team in all of So Rare. Last year was insane with all the injuries that I had, but this year I've been a little bit more fortunate on that end. But you know how the NBA goes. There's just guys going out all the time. Like as soon as I bought Boncaro, he was out. Who else did I have that was out for a little while? I mean, LaMelo is always out, but yeah. So that's kind of what I've been doing. That's what I've been up to. I've been able to. I probably scratched out about $50 worth of wins so far. Just based on the small gallery that I have. I'm gonna be plugging away at probably a higher level MVP. If anybody else out there wants to trade some of my classic cards for another MVP type, I'm willing to move anything that I have classic right now. So Tyrese Maxey, Boncaro, Bridges, Franz, RJ, Booker, Cade, Trey, like anything that I have in classic. If you guys are looking to trade, for some, either a star level player or, even some potential pieces as a 24, that's where I'm focused on this year. What about you guys? Are we kind of thinking the same thing? I think Miguel has spent most of his year going after the classics. I haven't had any luck, hardly yielding anything on there. I mean, I've gotten some boxes, which are great because, just to throw another thing in there, man, the essence is incredible. I'm so excited for that with the MLB, but it's already been super fun to do that here. We've had a ton of discussions in the Discord about what it's best to craft your cards at. Most of the people in there are playing like the limited contest. Some people are playing those rares, but the consensus in the Discord seems to be that the T4 plus is the best place to do it. I actually used, I went past that I went past the 100 threshold. I was going to save up big, but I didn't. I wanted to save up for a star, but with some of the stuff that I saw out there, I was just like, okay, it's going to take me forever to get there. And I'm not earning essence fast enough. So I'm just going to do this T3 plus, and ended up being a Johnny Furphy. I still had some essence left over. I think I had like 34 after that first craft. And then after that, I went in and I crafted this Austin Reeves. It's a T2, of course, out, injured. Always seems to happen like that. As a T4 plus, and now I got the T2 on that. So that's definitely my strategy moving forward with the essence, crafting at 50 every time I can get it. I only got 4 right now, but it looks like I got a couple boxes coming this week too. So there's been so much change this year on So Rare, and I think it's been a ton of really cool stuff going on. Even the app is way better. I think there's some stuff that has changed, but a couple of days ago, it was super easy to swap out the daily contest stuff and then just get straight back into setting your lineup. It got ruffled and fluffled around from what I could tell, but hopefully that gets back on track. Let's see here. The other stuff that we'll talk about later too, once we're done with this stuff, is we will talk about the Emirates NBA Cup, because that's been super fun, man. The daily contest on Tuesdays and Fridays is the perfect way to go about it. I mean, they're sending people to Vegas for that tournament. There's cash prizes Tuesday, Thursday. It is, it's just kind of perfect the way that everything lined up. The Tuesday and the Friday NBA games last week, Thanksgiving week, those were super fun because we were off work, especially the Friday one, and there's no NFL football. So, Windy City, what's going on, sir? Want some cash in the common side of the cup? Love to hear that. Let's go. Game week 2, and after that, just boxes for me. Had a lot of big, had too big a gallery, so he sold some guys. Yep, I know Miguel was talking in Discord about making some sales, so hopefully people went over there and bought up some of his cards. Looks like he's not selling the Warrior collection, which is cool. It's always good to have a cool set. Again, I have been really rocking with, even these 24 cards that I have right here. So this is all I have for the 2024s, right? Basically every single week, Gafford's been making my priority lineup because he's been outperforming his L10 quite a bit. Then I mix in guys like, Levine here and there. Had some really good games from Donovan and Bam, Tyrese Halliburton, and again, like I said, Thompson and Jabari Smith too, when you play them right. Those have been my main guys. But then I supplement that, of course, with one card on Classic, and I'm still waiting to get my Luka or Giannis. I don't have a Classic card of those, but I'm going to try to make some moves to get one of those, just so it's kind of a set and forget every single week. That's kind of what I like to do, because it is similar to fantasy. When you don't have a huge, big gallery, like a DFS style gallery, you can still play the same lineup. And I had a ton of fun and success with that in the first season of NBA Sorare. Back in 2022, I didn't really have a big gallery either, but I had guys that I would play all the time. Like back then for me, it was Ant Edwards. It was, I didn't even think I had LaMelo back then, but Ant. It was Levine, Paul George, like, the guys that could go crazy, obviously sometimes, but then, kind of boomer bust type of people. That did really well for me. And when I set a very similar lineup, I mean, Brook Lopez was huge for me that year too. And Brook Lopez has been a crazy guy this year too. He's had some insane games. So those are the type of guys that I like. And when you set it, they're eventually going to pop off and you'll get some nice wins out of it. Back then, I was even hitting up some real top prizes, like winning rare cards in the limited contest. So at that point, I had dabbled into rare and kind of not gone so well on that. And I didn't really want to pay to keep up with that rare game. So stuck to the limited, and that's where I've been so far. So let me see here. Enough rambling on that. Take a look at I'm gonna go into this play here. Just kind of dive into like some of the past contests that we've had in pro. I think the best prize that I've gotten so far is only like $10, right? But guys, this happened to me in MLB also. It's a long season, right? One reward, right? Like I said, I think I made like $50 so far, spent about 300, but one reward that hits can pay off your whole entire season. So that's my goal. I mean, I'm going to keep playing every day consistently. And then that one reward that you hit could end up making the whole entire season, which I got a few podiums in MLB and a few really cool top 10 prizes. It just chunks off a huge like return for you. So love that. 2-star box the other day on this one right here. I ended up getting Max Christie's been solid too here and there. This is a cool little lineup, 227 points. I had a decent week this week, so close on this one. Levine kind of let me down there, but a 2-star box, that's the one that ended up as a 20x essence, and it got me that Austin Reeves. So that one was fun. We got any podium holders in the chat today? Let me know. I'll shout you out right here. Want to see what everybody want to pump each other up if we hit the podium, or anybody frustrated with anything, throw anything at me. We'll talk about it here today for a couple more minutes, and then we'll close it out with looking at the Emirates NBA Cup standings going into the quarterfinals. Been a little bit of a drought, it looks like, but yeah, I think the biggest prize that I got here was here we go. This is a good week for me right here. $10 here. Got a I basically almost hit on everything. Top 8%, 258 in this one. There's that one where I played Jabari. Pat Williams, man, he's been hurt too much. Your boy Windy City, I know, likes some Pat. I like him when he's healthy too. I think he's solid, man. At his L10, he's a good guy to have. This one right here, Jokic was out this week, I think. I just put in Hunter Tyson in there. He didn't even play. So that was stupid, but I had guys carry me there. Imagine the what if I had a solid playoff here. And that's just kind of what happens, you know. When you don't have a deep gallery, sometimes I just throw people in there. But top 20%, still good enough for $5 in a 5-star box. On this one right here, $10 in a 10-star box. So overall that week, 3 boxes and $15. Not bad. Off topic, I'll take off topic stuff. Off topic, but any MLB guys that you could see making an MVP level leap next season? I mean, you could look at guys who are just, you know, for me, when it comes to the MLB, and I won't touch on this too long because I know this is an NBA stream, but like, look at the guys who are slumping, right? I mean, like, who didn't necessarily have a great season. Their cards are dropping a little bit lower. I mean, I think of somebody who had a pretty, you know, rough season a lot of the time, but then heated up was Pete Alonso. Who knows where he'll be playing next year? You know, that's a good one. I mean, those guys in Colorado were looking pretty sweet. I don't think that they'll make an MVP level leap, but like Brenton Doyle, Tovar. I mean, just throwing a couple names out there. I don't think they're MVP, but yeah. Yeah, Pat's a good fantasy player. Yeah, I agree. He definitely hasn't lived up to the hype, man. Pat Williams. But he's fine for so rare, right? Maybe not quite what the Bulls had hoped, but you definitely need guys like that. You know, I think Obi Toppin had a pretty good game. You know, he's had a couple of them here and there. I know he's not consistent, but like when he can put up double his L10 on any given night. So I've had a blast playing common. I think the way that they allow you to swap out the cards is great. I know there's been some complaints, I think, in the Discord in the fact that you lose the points when you trade it in. You take the hit when you trade in cards. But at the same time, that's why you just set a lineup every time, you know, because when you get cards on a daily basis and you're winning cards when you can, you know, you get 1-star card or a tier 1 card that has a pretty high L10, then that chunks off, you know, something that you can get a couple L10 of 15s or something like that, you know. So I personally think it's been awesome. I tried to sell my classic Franz Wagner before his L10 got too high, but got undercut like crazy on that one, man. There's definitely tons of undercutters going on. I don't blame people at all for that. I mean, it is what it is. But I just wish I would have got on it a little bit earlier and been able to make that sale so I can put it into some more 2024 cards. Let me see here. Should we take a look at the marketplace maybe? Go and take a look at some manager sales. Feel free to pipe in the chat anything you guys want to talk about. I'll be on here for another 10 minutes and we'll close it out with going over the NBA Emirates Cup. Marketplace. I also love taking a look at the stat leaders for this time of year. So let me take a look. Let's see here. I'll go to ESPN. And we'll go with NBA stats. Who we got up at the top? Oh, Towns has had a good year. Giannis has been great. Get that out of there. Top 5, Giannis, LaMelo, Joker, SGA, Luka. No surprises there. SGA is so nice, man. I definitely need another one of his too. I've been playing him like crazy in common. I don't even know I haven't bought one of his classics yet because he could be a set it and forget it type of guy. I have the LaMelo, man, and he's looked so elite when he's healthy and on the court, man. A couple of these games. Trae Young dealing in assists. Probably not a guy you wanted to play in the negative assist category a couple of days ago. You know me, and if you know how I play Sorare, I love the blocks and I love the rebounds, those extra points. That's what creates the boom or bust for me. So, Brook Lopez has been great. Miles Turner is always one of the guys that I like to get in there. James Harden's had a great season. I did not know LaMelo was leading the league in threes per game. That's pretty nice. Anyone out there randomly? Anyone out there catch Starting Five on Netflix? I'm like an episode and a half in, almost 2 episodes in. But it's pretty epic so far. I just hadn't had a ton of time to watch it. All right. Let's take a look at the market. I want to go to manager sales. Again, hit me up if you want some classic cards. I'm looking to trade really into. Oh, here's a neon Christmas one right there. That's cool. Looking to trade into 2024s or trade up for a star tier classic. So I got some good pieces that are classic that I can lend up. Boncaro, Cade Cunningham. I'll trade up my LaMelo too. Why not? But interesting to see some of these prices here. See here. Tatum's getting down. Tatum's getting close to his classic price right now. That's going to be something that's really interesting to kind of take a look at going into the year too. Once again, another thing that we didn't have in 2023 for Sorare NBA, guys. This was something that kind of took, and I wish, you were in the Discord to kind of chat about this with the guys in there, because this is something that took some people by surprise. Let me get out of this screen real quick too. I'll just talk to the screen real quick. So what happened in the MLB was the market credit, right? So a lot of us MLB Sorare guys were familiar with having the marketplace be affected by the credits that you get, right, in these boxes, these marketplace tokens. You basically in the MLB, you got 25% credit towards a instant buy or an auction. In the NBA, which threw me by surprise, you get a 50% credit, right? So that's obviously going to affect the ability to sell a classic card, because not only a classic card, but manager sales as well. Because what that means is buying this Jason Tatum right here for $64, you can pay anywhere up to $128, which is double that price, and still be in a better position if you have that much credit saved up, right? It's a little bit harder to get the credit here in Sorare NBA, in my opinion, compared to what it was for MLB, because in MLB, all you had was the ability to get credits out of a box or a card. Here, you can get essence, right? So it's a different dynamic. It's really cool to kind of think about. So if you guys have any thoughts on that, let me know. But I think the way that it's changed the dynamic, it will also change the dynamic going into MLB next season. So if you're an MLB heavy Sorare guy, know that the essence plays a factor in the boxes that you're getting too. By the time, check this out, guys, for NBA, by the time the Sorare MLB season was over, I had like $300 in credits that I hadn't even used because I couldn't keep up with it. I was getting so many boxes that 25% credit, I mean, I would have had to spend $1,200 to spend the rest of that $300 in credit. And it was nice to have when you needed it, because when the prices come down at the end of the season, you can still go to the instant buy and, get a really good deal on a card, which is great. But the 50% is a game changer, but it's also harder to get. So it kind of just affects the marketplace in a little bit different of a way. So what do we got here? A couple of things in the chat. When NBA ends, are you going to keep your gallery or sell up and use the money towards MLB next year? That's a tough one, Miguel. I haven't 100% decided yet. I am probably going to keep some cards, but try to sell a lot of them. I think my strategy next year will also be the same as my strategy this year, where I want the current season cash contest to be my main focus, unless I see a change in the prize structure where it's easier for me to earn cards. It's just been so hard for me to earn cards, with the prize structure in the classic contests. I'd rather kind of spend up the money, get a handful of cards, and then again, make my goal to chip away at my initial investment, break even, end up on top, maybe hit a big podium. You never know how that goes. So what about you? You gonna sell, buy MLB, or are you holding? I think you had said it already, honestly. I think you said you're keeping the Warriors and selling a lot of the stuff for some MLB. So definitely don't blame me there. That's what I did last season. I made some sales because basically, like I said, my whole gallery was completely injured. So I sold a lot of stuff when I got less competitive. This year, I'm going to try to keep, I'm definitely going to buy some more MVP type pieces, because that's what I really need in the gallery right now. I need that Luka. I need the Wemby. I need the Jokic. I need the Giannis, SGA, guys like that. And any way that I can kind of wheel and deal, maybe make some small sales here, maybe purchase one of those in-season cards instead of a classic. If the market makes sense to do it, I'll do that so that I can get use out of it this year and next year and not have to worry about it. So, and it's also, oh, by the way, man, it's also really good in multi-entry to have multiple cards. That's another huge factor into it. So, I mean, there's less cards on the marketplace, potentially for that reason, because 2 Lukas is better than 1 Luka, because even if it's not an in-season Luka, you can use it as your one classic card in the 2024 contest, and boom, there you go. That's why I had started my season with a Luka common. I won a Luka star tier in one of the common contests, and I just kept it. I'm going to play him in both my weekly champion contest and also in my daily common contest. So, what's up, Windy City? I got a $10, 50% credit for free in the football soccer side. Bought 4 cards, sold them all for full price. Easy way to build more funds. Boom. We like that right there. That's nice. Yep. Totally, man. Good work, especially for sharp, savvy with the types of activity that's going on there. Miguel, can't wait for multi-entry in MLB, and use some of the money and bought MLB. Got Chris Sale for $4. Yeah, there's some really good deals in the offseason. Just like there is on NBA, really good deals in the offseason too. So Let me share my screen again here. Let's take a look for a couple minutes at the NBA. I always get that mixed up. It's Emirates NBA Cup. I always say NBA Emirates Cup. Same, but different, right? Here we go. Let's see here. There we go. There's the bracket. Boom. All right. Is this right? Yeah, this is right. Cool. All right. The 1 seed, OKC. 2 seed, Houston. 3 seed, Golden State. And 4th, you got the Mavs. Defending champion Lakers missed out this year. And then over here in the East, we got the Bucks looking good with the Knicks, the 2 seed, the Hawks, the 3 seed, and then Orlando in at the 4. So, man, let's see who we think might go all the way. OKC. I mean, they are the 1 seeds for a reason. OKC, Milwaukee. I don't know. It'd be fun to see the Knicks in there. Don't know if I see it happening, but should be fun. We got the next week, actually, the Tuesday and Wednesday next week, back-to-back days are the quarterfinals. And then the semifinals are in Vegas on the 14th. And then the championship is on a Tuesday in Vegas on the 17th. So, man, these courts just look really sick too. It's just fun to watch basketball in these courts. But, you know, lots of fun action here on the Emirates NBA Cup. So, all right, you guys, that is it for today. It's been fun. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you all. Always good to talk Sorare NBA. Again, if you want to join the Discord, please join the Discord. It's super fun in there. All the homies in there. We're talking Sorare NBA daily, talking about lineups, you know, pumping each other up, good vibes, all that stuff. There's the link. I just threw it in the chat. Reminder, the next video will be the day after the NBA Cup final on the 18th. It'll be a Wednesday. I'll probably do an hour. We'll talk about the cup and the results. And then also I think Sorare probably is going to have some Christmas stuff, Christmas Day stuff, hopefully announced by then. You never know. But I think that's one of the most fun days to watch basketball. So Christmas Day should be pretty awesome. So probably think after that, do another live stream around the All-Star break too, because we love the All-Star break. The All-Star festivities for NBA is always a good time. So, guys, thanks a lot. Join the Discord, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button on this, and good luck in the contests. Get on those podiums, make that money, get some cards, you know, pull cool things from all the boxes and all that good stuff. I'll see you guys later. Peace.